What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, I was looking at Devin Haney's record, and I seen most of his fights on ESPN anyway. But this is actually gonna be Devin Haney's first real test when he fight Lomachenko. I looked at, I see he fought Gamboa, but that was Gamboa wasn't Gamboa no more. I feel like when he fought him, he fought Linares. Who shook him real good one time in that fight they was in. And Jojo Diaz might be the best person he done fought up to this point. I think Cambosis was overrated because he got that little lucky. He lucked up and beat Teofimo Lopez, and Devin really had a cakewalk to that lightweight belt. If we just keeping it honest, Cambosis can't beat Tank. Cambosis can't beat Shakur Stevens. He can't beat none of them dudes. So I don't, that ain't really saying that beating Cambosis twice, really, and he know it. This gonna be his first real test right here when he fight Lomachenko. And from where I'm sitting at is, I got Devin all day, but this is far from just a sure victory. We haven't seen Lomachenko in a while, but and unless he done aged real bad all of a sudden. Last I heard, he was probably one of the best boxers that we've ever had in that division. From what that's what they built him up as coming when he came to Top Rank. And Lomachenko can fight. He really can, and I think it's gonna be the fight he had with Teofimo. I'm quite sure that Devin Haney know better than to take that just to think, okay, well, it's gonna be easy. I really think Lomachenko was worried. He say his shoulder was hurting or whatever, but I think he was worried about Teofimo power. When I watched the fight, it looked like he was gun shy from that power, and it took him six, 7 rounds just to really start trying to fight back. I don't think he's not gonna fear Devin's power like that, and we gonna find out who the best boxer is in that fight, because Devin gonna be in there with a guy that might be equal or better than him as far as just natural boxing skills. Devin is what Devin got on his side would be height, reach, and youth and confidence. Those things he got on his side, and speed possibly. But I think Lomachenko, he real good at timing fighters. He real good. He got real good footwork. He a southpaw, and he his game is gonna be trying to get on the inside and work against Devin. And if Devin can stop him from getting on the inside and keep him at bay, it may not. I don't see it being no easy fight, no kind of way. But I think it'll be a lot more manageable for Devin. But I'm very interested to see what happens in this fight. I'm not one of the ones who think Lomachenko washed up. I really don't think so. And then when I look at people like Spence, I remember Floyd. When you get a caliber fighter, and Lomachenko is A caliber, and they take a year and a half off or something like that, it seemed to me like it rejuvenate them more than age catch up with them. That man been over there fighting in the war. I got a feeling he gonna come back hungry. I don't think he just taking his fight for the money. I think he gonna be in there trying to beat Devin Haney, and I think this gonna be Devin first time possibly having to dig a little deep to get this one. I'm very interested to see, and I don't want, if Devin do dominate Lomachenko, I don't want people coming out talking about Lomachenko was old. I'm not gonna do. We ain't gonna do that one. He deserves full credit if he can pull this off, because I don't think this gonna be no easy fight. I really don't. I think, and this is a fight where Devin might need to knock this dude out. Really, this might be a fight where Devin can get kind of messed over going to the scorecards, man. These judges, sometimes they be, I don't know what they be looking at, but if I was Devin and his father finna fight Lomachenko, and that's Bob Arams, one of his main guys, I'd be trying to get him up out of there. I really would. I'd be shooting for a knockout because if it go 12 rounds, anything can happen. If it's 12 close rounds, a close fight, Devin could lose them belts. He really could. So I hope he take this fight very seriously. Well, I know he will, and they gotta know this is gonna be this is gonna be one of the biggest steps in his career right here, and that's why I feel like if he can beat Lomachenko, he got all the belts at lightweight. What would be his reason to hang around there any longer if he planned on going to 140? You tell me, if he can beat Lomachenko, what would be his reason to stay fighting at 135 other than money? And then that means you got to fight Tank, and Tank already said he's gonna take a couple of months off. So that means you're gonna have to wait. It'll possibly be this time next year before them two would get in the ring if they decide to fight. Because I don't think Tank would make that his very next fight. He probably getting tired of fighting these big dudes that's way taller than him. But I think Shakur and Devin both. I know Shakur 5'8". He don't seem as big. He for some reason when you look at Shakur and he give interviews, you get the impression that he a little bitty dude, but he actually got some nice size on him. I can see Shakur going up to 140, 147 for us all over, just like Devin Haney. Now he ain't filled out like that yet, but he look like he gonna be. When I look at him in the ring, I can definitely see him going to 140 easy after 135. So I mean, Tank. All the rest of Tank fights gonna be tough, just like Devin. If he stay at 135, his next fight would need to be either Tank or Shakur. But the smart thing would be for me, if he win against Lomachenko, it would be to go up and try to get them belts from Josh Taylor. I wouldn't be wasting my. Oh well, then again, I think Tank do got one of the belts at 140, so they may have to fight next or soon, but. I would be fighting him at 140. I put you like that. If I was Devin, if we couldn't fight at 140, just going up to the next division, because to fight at 135 and get in the ring with Tank, that to some degree that put Tank at an advantage. Tank is the smaller fighter. It's probably a lot easier for him to make 135 than it would be Devin. I just got a feeling when I look at Devin now, it's just like you can tell he's a full grown man now. He's solid, and he got muscle on him. That ain't no fat. So I'm thinking he probably getting tired of running, having to get all the way down to 135. I could be wrong, but this ain't no. You can't call this no foregone conclusion that he gonna beat Lomachenko. I'm with Devin, and that's who I would bet my money on if I was gonna bet on this fight, which I'm not. But this is gonna be a damn good fight right here. If it's because Lomachenko haven't fought in so long that I'm not sure what's coming out there. But if Loma come, it's gonna be a fight right there. If Loma's still Loma. We gonna get this is a better fight than Tank versus Ryan Garcia. This is gonna be a tougher fight for Devin than it was for Tank fighting against Lomachenko. It just seemed like they look at sometimes when you listen to the interviews that Devin and his father have, it almost like they looking past Lomachenko, and I really hope they not. But it do seem like they just looking past him to some degree. And I really hope Devin is down all the way in 100% on Lomachenko and not big fights with Tank and people like that down the road. You got to get down the road first. And this ain't no cakewalk. He finna get in there with, and he ain't fought nothing close I look at his record, ain't none of them dudes nowhere close to where Lomachenko is. So this gonna be a different experience for him in a 12-round fight. I am that fighter. That's the one they need to be talking about now. I'm just as interested in that fight as I was with Tank and Garcia. I'm actually more interested in this fight because I really think this boy Lomachenko gonna come to fight. I really do. I think he gonna come to fight, and he might shock a lot of people. This could be a lot closer than folks thinking it is when they had this fight. And I think me personally, I think Devin needs to knock him out. I really do. I would not want to try to go to the scorecards with Lomachenko if I was Devin. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like or subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog.